All right, welcome back to another live field with Shaman's YouTube channel. Let's get into it. We at number 11 of the top 50 greatest groups in hip hop. Let's get into it, man. Chapter 11. The 11th group of all time I had was Boogie Down Productions. Now you can say Boogie Down Productions just was all about Curious One. No, you had DJ Scholar Rock, you had D Nice, you had Miss Melody, you had Kenny Parker, his brother. No, I'm quite sure. Yeah, he's part of the group. So when you talk about Boogie Down Productions, yes, the front man was definitely KRS One. But we look at the group as a whole, you had other people that was part of the group. DJ Scholar was just as important to the group as KRS One was. So I think this is a great number to put Boogie Down Productions at number 11 because I think what they did was different. Now, for better or for worse, the gangster rap stuff, they kind of pioneered that along with Schoolie D. Again, D Nice, DJ Skyrock, as you see, once you look in the thumbnail, the three men laying on their back. D Nice, DJ Skyrock, KRS One. That's a group. You got three people in the group, that's a group. I want to mention, I'm quite sure Kenny Parker probably was part of the group, his brother, and Miss Melody. So this is a group. This truly qualifies as a group. It's like Heavy D and the Boys. You know what I'm saying? They were a rap group. The difference is that they danced. They ain't rhyme, but they danced. So I had to put them on the list of the top 50 greatest groups in hip hop. But number 11 got Boogie Down Productions, man. When you look at what they did, man, coming from the South Bronx, that's where the Boogie Down came from. The South Bronx, a section of the Bronx. They were pioneers in the fusion of dancehall, reggae, and hip hop music. They were different. Their sound was different when they first came out. Boogie Down Productions were criminal minded. They were different. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons, that classic album Criminal Mind came out in 1987. Gangster rap and all this stuff. They kind of part of that movement. Unfortunately, you look at the cover, the album cover, very controversial to this day. Two black men on the cover of an album brandishing firearms, KRS One and Scholar Rock. You didn't see that before that. They were the first to really do something like that. Have some weapons. Maybe I might be wrong about that, but that not the main rappers wasn't doing this. So in '87, that's what was going on at the time. You had Said G from Ultimate MCs. He made a great contribution to the album for us producing this album. Hits off the album came like South Bronx, The Bridge Is Over. Scholar Rock contributed with reggae influenced beats. Again, that's the thing that was different about BDP than anybody else, is that they had their own sound that was unique at that time. So the Jamaican roots was a key role in the process of the group. So then in '88 they come out with By All Means Necessary. Unfortunately, Scholar Rock gets shot. Unfortunately. And then there's a 360-degree turn for KRS One because now he becomes the teacher, socially conscious. He's not about going fine, being criminal minded. Now he's renouncing violence. He's leaving that behind. He's going in a different direction. That's showing my philosophy. That was the turning point. That showed the transformation of KRS One. My philosophy. He becomes the teacher. That was his moniker. KRS One, the teacher. That album went gold. And then in '89, he continued on with the movement with ghetto music, the blueprint of hip hop. Talking about stressing the points of knowing your history, you must learn, and mentioning blacks in the Bible. Why is that? The style you haven't done yet. Talking about the innovation of KRS One's first time rhyme style. The album went gold in 1989. Then 1990, Entertainment drops. Talks about Afrocentricity, homelessness, racism, police brutality. Love's Gonna Get You, talking about scheming or falling in love with someone or something, and then you know the rules. That was a song on the album. That went gold. So BDP was putting out great albums. Great albums, excellent albums. But, Sex and Violence was the last, album from the group in '92. Didn't sell well, but they definitely was unique in their influence, and that's why I think Boogie Down Productions should be in the top 12. When I wrote the book, I had him at number 11. Hit the like button, man. Appreciate it if you do. Subscribe to the channel if you like it. So let's continue on why even more they were one of the greatest groups of all time. Because they shaped and pioneered hardcore gangster rap on Criminal Minded. They defined conscious, socially aware rap at the death of DJ Scholar Rock. And then they invented modern diss track blueprints, championed dancehall fusion, and founded the Stop the Violence movement. So you look at what Boogie Down Productions did. For better or for worse, I'm not going to find gangster rap, but Criminal Mind was a foundational gangster rap kind of record on the East Coast. It also introduced gritty, frank street narratives, also being one of the very first hip hop records to successfully integrate dance hall reggae elements. 9mm Goes Bang, the Bridge Wars, obviously with the Juice Crew, that had a rivalry with them. The Bridge is Over, battle rapping, and all that stuff, strictly through music. And then they go to the paradigm shift from what they was doing on Criminal Minded to By All Means Necessary in '88. Everything's socially conscious. Now you got the politically charged albums coming out of the woodwork. By All Means Necessary. Then you got ghetto music, the blueprint of hip hop. Then we got the classic album cover with KRS-One mimicking Malcolm X, looking out the window with the rifle in his hand. So that shows you that KRS-One made that transformation. He's the teacher. He's the the knowledge, everything about him. He moved in a different direction. Then he gets into the Stop the Violence movement. He spearheads that. He does the iconic song, Self-Destruction, raising money and awareness for the National Urban League. You know what I'm saying? That was something that was different at the time. A lot of rappers wasn't doing that until that. Collaboration. All the rappers, all the best rappers, Heavy D, and MC Light, Chuck D, Public Enemy, Flavor Flav, I think Just Knight was in that on that song. Daddy-O. Said Sonic, I think Fu Quan was in, I think, one of the members of Said Sonic. That was a great video, Kumo D. That was one of the greatest songs ever. That was in heavy rotation at the time in '89. You had For Self-Destruction. Classic. So this is the reason why I felt that this group deserved to be, to me, in the top 11. I had them at number 11. And I couldn't put them in the top 10. When you talk about groups, this group was one of the great groups. Yes, the front man was KRS-One. Yes, same thing with Public Enemy. I'm gonna get to them later. That's further down. We'll talk about them tomorrow. But without question, Boogie Down Productions deserve to be on this list at number 11 of the top 50 greatest groups in hip hop. It is right here. It's the book right here. So I'll come back at 1:30 and get into the top 10 greatest groups in hip hop, man. Now it's gonna get even more interesting. Who was in the top 10 of the greatest groups in hip hop history? We're gonna check it out. You're gonna know it pretty soon. Till then, talk to you soon.